Hi my loves, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Kensthetic with the Kensthetics, and I'm here with you guys today with a new video. Didn't know that love would change ya, and I woke up to a stranger. After all this time I thought that I knew, but when I was no debating. So today's video is going to be a chit chat. Get ready with me. We're gonna do this cute little makeup look as we talk about some questions that you guys have, because y'all been all of my business asking me all types of questions, but it's okay because we are going to address most of them in today's video. So before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your bell notifications so you never miss an upload, give this video a big thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started with today's video, I do want to address today's look real quick. So I still have in these knotless box braids done by my sister here by _Kimmy. My earrings are coming from Mingo. When I tell y'all Mingo been having pieces, they've been having pieces, okay? So earrings are from Mingo, and I do have on the zebra print dress, which is from H&M. I will try to link everything down below so you guys can easily reference them. But okay, let's go ahead and get into the tea, honey. I'm ready to get it chitting and chatting and getting straight into the tea, okay? So as I mentioned in today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup and talking to you guys. So I'm not gonna go into detail on the products I'm using. I'm gonna link everything down below in the description box, so make sure you guys check that out. But I wanted to start off by giving you guys a little backstory in case this is your first time on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. You found your way to an amazing place on Beyonce's internet, okay? So my name is Kendra, aka Kensthetic, and I am a new homeowner. I have relocated from the Bronx, New York, and I now reside in Houston, Texas. And I'm like, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks into being a homeowner. So, you know, first home, I do want to say that. What else should I tell you guys? I'm 28. My profession is an accountant, and I do digital creation on the side. I create videos and content about lifestyle, travel, beauty, everything, okay? Like anything I'm interested in at the moment, y'all are gonna get videos on. So that is basically it as far as my backstory. Now let's go ahead and jump straight into the tea. I'm a new homeowner, as I mentioned, and the news took a lot of people by surprise because, as I mentioned, I'm from New York, and when I said that I was moving out, a lot of people just assumed that I was moving out within the state of New York. And I honestly, I want to keep it a buck with y'all, I didn't want to post that I was moving until I got into my house. But I had a contractual obligation with the moving company that I partnered with, and I had to post 48 hours after they picked up my belongings, and I'm just like, oh shit. And I remember I was on my way to the Tier Fashion Show during New York Fashion Week, and I'm like, damn, I really don't want to post it, but I have to, unless I want to get sued. So yeah, I posted about it, and you guys assumed I was moving out throughout New York, and I felt bad because I'm like, I'm giving y'all half-ass information, and I don't like that because I hate when I'm watching people's videos and it's just like, just tell me everything, because that's literally what I wanted to do. I'm like, when I move out and buy my house and clothes, I'm gonna post everything so y'all have all of the information at one time. But it didn't happen that way. And you know, everything happens for a reason. But yes, I moved to Houston, Texas, and I bought a house. And I feel like the most asked question that people have had is, why Texas? Like, why Texas? So sidebar, I'm gonna do a whole separate video about home ownership, what I've learned, lessons, failures, successes. So I'm not really gonna go into details about the whole home ownership thing in this video, just so you guys know. This is more of like a life update and answering like preliminary questions that you guys had. So a lot of people wanted to know why Texas. So when I knew that I wanted to move, I was telling myself, when I move out of my home, like my family house, I want to buy a home. I don't really believe in the idea of renting. So I always said, I want to buy a house when I move out, like, period. So when I was looking into buying a house, my top 3 options were Atlanta, Dallas, and Houston. Atlanta's cool, but at the same time, I just felt like I couldn't see myself in Atlanta long term. Also, I just had a lot of like safety concerns with Atlanta, and I'm like, this is my first time living alone. I'm gonna be buying a house. Like, do I really want to feel scared based on experiences I know that people around me have had? I don't think so. Boom. So then I'm like, okay, Dallas. So I was looking into Dallas, and Dallas was cool, but I feel like Dallas gave me more of a I have kids and you know my family is living here kind of vibe. But Houston to me gives me a mix. Like you could have a family and you could be chilling, or you could not have a family and want to turn up. So, and also I had the most family, friends, etc. in Houston. So I'm just like, I feel the most comfortable in Houston amongst the 3 options. So that is how I ended up here. Also the price, like baby, if you want to buy a house, come to Texas. I'm telling you guys, if you want to buy a house, come to Texas. That's all I'm gonna say. The next question a lot of people had was, did I quit my job? Am I a full-time influencer? Like, what is a given, sis? Because we want to know, we want to be all in your business. And I tell you guys all the time, and nothing has changed. I'm not quitting my job to be on Beyonce's internet, okay? Like, maybe somewhere along the way I'm making M's and I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable doing this as my sole source of income. But baby, bills have to be paid. I have a lifestyle to maintain because I know that I'm expensive. So no, I did not quit my job. The next thing a lot of people wanted to know is how has moving impacted my relationships, romantically, friendship wise, family wise. And let me tell you guys this. So first of all, if you guys have been keeping up with my videos, my mom is currently back home in Dominica. She's been back home since August. So at first I was nervous because I'm like, damn, I've never been away from my mom. As a grown adult for this period of time, like you guys know, my mom is like my best friend. Well, she's not like my best friend. She is my best friend. But I knew that this trip for her was needed. I knew that it was going to make her happy. And you know, you got to let some people go off and do their thing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So when she left, I was nervous because I'm like, I know she's not going to be here when I move. She won't be able to, like, you know, come down for my closing and stuff like that. But it ended up being fun, and I honestly feel like the move was easier since she wasn't home because I didn't have as much to worry about. I didn't have as much to think about as far as like, damn, I'm gonna miss her. Like, I've been missing her for a whole month now before I left, so that was already out of the way. The only thing that I will say is that I do wish that she, like, you know, was here to experience my first closing with me, but there will be many more to come. Okay, so as far as relationships, you guys know I'm single. I wasn't dating at the time when I left New York, and my friends, I honestly feel like me moving has made my relationship with my friends even stronger because we speak on the phone so much more, and when I'm home, I only really speak to my friends when I see them, if that makes sense. So I've been on the phone with friends nonstop, so I never really feel alone, which is another question people ask me, like, are you scared to be alone? Hold on, let me finish my brows and then I'll come back because this is taking a little longer than expected. So when I first moved, a lot of people were asking me, like, am I scared to be alone? Do I feel alone? And I don't, because of the company of my friends via phone. So that answers that question too. But overall, how do I feel like moving has impacted my relationships? They really haven't, or at least I haven't experienced them yet. In a negative way, I will say that, but in a positive way, I do feel closer to people because I'm always on the phone, okay? Like, I'm always on the phone. When I'm not vlogging, I'm on the phone. I promise you guys, when I don't have my camera on, I'm on the phone, so I always have company in that way. Next question was getting around. Am I going to keep taking public transportation, or is your girl finally getting a car? So I told you guys in one of my moving vlogs that I have been test driving cars. Your girl's getting a car real soon. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I have my license since I was 16. And when I tell you guys that when I got my license, nobody knew I had my license because I never wanted to be designated driver. So it wasn't until recently my friends, or a lot of my friends, found out that I do have a driver's license. But I know how to drive. I'm a safe driver. Sometimes I just let the car do what the car wants to do. But for the most part, I know how to drive. And do I like driving? Not really. And I realized the reason I don't really like driving is because driving really requires a lot of attention. It requires a lot of thinking. And my mind is already racing 1,000 tabs per hour on the regular. So when you mix driving into there, it's just like, damn, I gotta think about the stuff I'm already thinking about, and I have to think about operating this vehicle. Like, I don't know, baby, I don't know. But I will be getting a car because public transportation out here is not like New York, I will say that. and I'll go more into that in a separate video. But I've just been taking Ubers everywhere for the meanwhile, but I also haven't been leaving the house that much besides when I have like errands to run or whatever the case is. But you guys know I had a rental car when I first got here, so I made sure to get all of my essentials, groceries. I haven't really had to re-up because, as I mentioned, I've only been here for all of 2 weeks, and I feel like I got enough groceries when I went shopping the first time. So it hasn't been bad, but going forward, I know I'm gonna need a car. The next question people had was, what did I bring from New York, or like what did I start out with? And literally I started with nothing. The only things I brought from New York with my moving company was my clothes and my shoes and some like home stuff that I have purchased in advance. And that was it. Like everything else I didn't bring. I didn't bring my bed, I didn't bring my dresser, I didn't bring my TV, I didn't bring my little bench. You guys know my little bench that I had in front of my windowsill. I didn't bring that. What else? I didn't bring anything besides my clothes and my shoes and like a little, knick-knack that I brought here and there. So I literally started from scratch. Like started from the bottom, now we here. Or we're not here because we still don't have furniture. The next question that people had was, how did I know when it was time to move? How did I know when I was ready to move? And honestly, I always told myself I want to buy my first home before I turn 30. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am 28. If you guys have been watching my vision board videos, I've had a home on my vision. So I realized that it was time for me to move out when I noticed that there were certain things about my living situation, I'm not going to go into details, that I just didn't like, because we outgrow everything. Like in life, we wouldn't experience life if we didn't experience growth, right? So I just feel like I was outgrowing a lot of things. I was outgrowing my space mentally, physically, emotionally. I was outgrowing the space that I was in. I just knew that I wanted more for myself. And honestly, and not to brag, but I was looking at how much money I make and how much money I spend on things, like just on lifestyle, like buying things, going out, doing this, doing that. And I'm like, I could take all of that money and literally make a down payment on a house. So that's exactly what I did. And I had the money, and what else? It was really just taking the risk because I was just like, when am I going to be ready? And a lot of things in life, we're like, oh, we'll do this when we're ready. And it's just like, how do you know when you're really ready? Because when it comes to buying a house, I just feel like once you have the down payment, you have money saved, you're good. Like you have a consistent source of income, you're good. So I checked all those boxes off, and I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to buy a house. Like I didn't know that I was ready until I signed my purchase agreement back in April. And I kind of wanted that to be my birthday gift to myself, because I'm like, I really at that time wasn't honestly into any bags or any shoes. Like of course there's bags and shoes that I want because duh, but at the same time I'm just like, that's not what's going to make me happy this year for my birthday. Like I really just want my own space, because I knew that was something that I really prioritized. Certain things such as noise, like I don't know if it's age or what, but noises just get under my skin. Like I cannot hear an engine running at 12 p.m. I cannot hear a bashment going in at 2 a.m. Like I have just outgrown that part of my life, and I knew that I needed more for myself. I knew that I deserved more. So what I did, I went ahead and I got more, period. But that is basically how I knew it was time for me to go. I just saved up money, and I'll speak more about how much I saved and all of that in my next video, like my home ownership chit chat video. I hope my makeup is blending well. I can't really see. But yeah. Yeah, recording content has been so hard since I have moved, with trying to get on schedule. I'm going to bed at all hours of the night. I'm waking up at all hours of the day. I don't have, I literally just got my equipment. I don't have anywhere to sit down and really record yet. So it's been a lot, but I've just been making it work, and it's honestly been fun just exploring different areas of my house, recording different things. So that's what's going on. But what else did y'all want to know? A lot of people had questions about home ownership, and I'll briefly go through, I guess, an overview of it. So I honestly did not know I was into home ownership, or I was ready for home ownership. If you asked me a month ago, was I ready to own a home, my answer would be no. But if you ask me now, my answer would still be no. But do I have an option? It's been hard and it's been real expensive. I'm gonna tell you that. It's been real expensive. And thankfully, I have the capital to, do what needs to be done. But baby, I'm gonna tell y'all that it's expensive, okay? After you buy the house, baby, that's just the beginning. That is just the beginning of everything that you thought was gonna come. So I just want to say that. Also, I'm just gonna address this real quick because a lot of people, I guess, have this assumption, but I don't make that much money from YouTube. I'll be honest. Like, my views have recently started increasing, but even with the increase, I still don't make a lot of money from YouTube. But if you guys know me, you guys know I don't do YouTube for the money. Like, the money comes in, it's cool, pay a bill or two, but I'm not sitting here cranking out videos because I know that my bills have to be paid. I crank out videos because I know that, I want to connect with my audience. I care about my audience. I want to share things with you guys. But a coin has never been my first source of motivation when it comes to upkeeping my YouTube channel. So a few people, I feel like it was more so like people I know were just like, oh, I see your YouTube going on, like assuming that's how I was able to buy this house. Like, no, this is why I have a 9-to-5 job, because I know that my lifestyle is expensive. I don't want to have to worry about where my next coin is coming from. To be honest, the way that I make a lot of money with digital creation is through sponsorships. So I have my rate for sponsorships. A lot of the times brands don't want to pay, so a lot of times I don't work with brands, in case you guys haven't noticed. But for the most part, when brands do want to pay my price, and not my mic falling. When brands do want to pay my price and it's a brand that I honestly use and I honestly believe in, just know that they paid the coin. And when y'all see the content, make sure y'all run it up, okay? I didn't want this video to be too long. I just really wanted to give you guys an update on my life. What I'm looking forward to in Houston, I'm looking forward to just having a fresh start. And when I say fresh start, it's not like, oh my God, like I don't want nobody to know who I am. Like, obviously I came here with family, I came here with friends, like I know people here. So it's not like a real fresh start as people know it, but for me, it's a fresh start for myself. It's a fresh start because I'm in a new environment. It's a fresh start because I have a new mindset. It's a fresh start because I have to be independent. Like, I don't have anyone to rely on here, and I honestly love that for me. But I don't have anyone to directly lay on because I'm in my own space now, so I feel more independent, which is really what I wanted to experience, because I've always lived with people. Like, I live with my family at home. I live with roommates in college, and this is my first experience living alone. And a lot of people say it's a big flex because, I skipped renting and went straight to home ownership, and that's cool, but I kind of wish that I did experience renting on my own, just so that, I can really see the difference between the two. But yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to trying new places, doing new things, new experiences, spending time and loving on my friends and family who live down here. That's really it. I'm looking forward to, unfortunately, having a car, having to drive. You guys know, like, if y'all watch my vlogs, y'all know I am Miss MTA, Miss Public Transportation, Miss Uber, okay, and Miss Lyft when I want to collect my Delta points. It's not giving that down here. Like, I literally have to drive, so that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that part of it, that is what gets me. So you guys can definitely look forward to that, and I just want to have fun. I really just want to have fun. A lot of my family and friends, when I posted it, because I didn't tell a lot of people, because I'm just like, I don't want a million people in my ear telling me things, blah, blah, blah. So I literally only told my close family and friends. But when I posted it, so many people was like, oh my God, I wish I knew, because I would have showed you before I left New York. I'll be back to New York here and there. It's not like I left forever. So I did want to say that too. I was born in New York. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I will always be a Bronx bitch anyhow, okay? But for now, your girl's a H-Town hottie. I'm still a Bronx girl. Like, I'll always be a Bronx girl. I will always have a New York mentality, and I love that for me, because I was thinking about it and I'm like, this makeup bag itches my soul, literally. I was thinking about it and I'm like, if I was born anywhere besides New York, I don't know how I would really feel, because New York just teaches you lessons in life and just skills in life that I don't think that you would have learned growing up anywhere else. Like the drive, the discipline, the hustle, like everything about New York culture, I feel like is embedded in me, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I can go anywhere and still have that mindset because that's what I grew up on. Like that's what I know. That's what I've been surrounded by for 28 years of my life, you know? And also, just like the hood shit, like knowing how to throw your hands just in case to protect yourself. Knowing how people move, knowing how to move, like that's something else that I feel like is very New York. Like people from a lot of places don't move the way that New York people move. And if you're from New York, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. But that's just something I'm thankful for because I see how people from some other places move, and I'm like, oh baby, a girl or a boy from New York would never. So I'm thankful for the things that New York has taught me. I will always be a New York girl, okay? I will always be a New York girl. I'm just exploring my way. But yeah, I just did a quick little makeup beat. I'm honestly not going anywhere. I'll probably just do some content today. And I don't know, I've just been liking to get myself together to be in the house. It just makes me feel better about life, you know, being done up in the house. Taking off at the end of the night, however, I don't enjoy. But we here. And this is the same makeup look that I have been doing. So also need a new setting spray. Like, do y'all hear the lack thereof? Time to boot it up to get these lashes together. So I've really been loving my natural lashes, okay? I have not put on a strip lash in over a month, which is crazy. I hope I remember how to put one on when I do want to put one on. But I've been loving this mascara right here. I know I said I'm not going to pull out products, but this one deserves a mention. This here is a One Size Beauty mascara. I heard the girls been talking about it on TikTok, but you guys know I'm not on TikTok, so. But I just decided to try it out, and I am in love with it. Like the way that it, let me get closer so y'all can see. And for my lips, I'm just gonna put on my MAC Chestnut lip liner and my Kaja Honey Drizzle lip gloss. This has been my go-to lip combo. Honey Drizzle, so freaking good. Y'all need it. I look so good. Let me put some earrings in. Okay, so this is the final look. What do we think? I look so freaking good. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat. I hope this video answered most of the questions that you guys had. If you guys have any additional questions, please leave them down below. We could possibly do like a part 2 to this video. But thank you guys so much if you guys made it all the way until the end. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, give this video a big thumbs up, drop a comment down below. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Mwah. Love you.